I haven't destroyed Star Wars in a while, but it's time. Disney Star Wars is so trash that you can announce in real time. You can announce to me that they're coming out with a new trilogy. They're working on episodes 10, 11, and 12, reportedly, and tell me that you have your guy who's writing it, and it may be the start of a new saga, which means not the Skywalker lineage. You could do that. You could tell me that a new trilogy is coming. But guess what? It doesn't matter that a new trilogy is coming. Because Star Wars is trash. Star Wars is a very poor franchise right now. And what I mean by right now, I mean for the last 10 years. Since 2000, when did The Force Awakens come out?
2015.
15? 14 or 15. Since Disney put a toxic pause on Star Wars, they have ruined what took George Lucas 30 years to build up to the height and crashed it down to the ground to the point where I didn't even think was possible. Me, myself, a lifelong Star Wars fan, would be a Star Wars hater. I could legitimately say I'm a Star Wars hater at this point. Anything that they recommend, I'm automatically assuming is trash. Anything that they say that they're developing, I'm automatically assuming it's garbage and it's fake woke and it's full of an agenda. And that's not what a fan is, which means I am no longer a Star Wars fan. And for me to say that about myself means, knowing myself means I didn't fail Star Wars. Star Wars failed me, just like it failed a lot of y'all. Star Wars has failed you guys. Now we understand that there's a toxic part of the Star Wars fandom. And this toxic part of the Star Wars fandom is a part of every fandom. They're known as fanboys. Ladies and gentlemen, may I say it again, fanboys are not a good thing. A fanboy is the reason why the franchise sucks. Regardless of it being Star Wars with Disney, Marvel with Disney, or DC with Warner Brothers, fanboys are toxic for the community, toxic for the IP, toxic for the franchise. Because what does a fanboy do versus what a fan does? When a fanboy comes across a medium that is polarizing to most fans, instead of hearing the fans out, instead of hearing what those critiques may be and maybe seeing them as valid, the fanboy doesn't do that. They instantly say, oh, you guys are toxic. Something wrong with y'all because Star Wars is the best, because Disney's the best, Marvel's the best, DC's the best, Harry Potter's the best, Lord of the Rings is the best, House of the Dragon is the best, Game of Thrones is the best, Breaking Bad is the best, Sons of Anarchy is the... In fanboys' eyes, the franchise can do no wrong. And what does that do for the franchise when they have a fandom full of fanboys who, while they're putting out garbage, and they kind of know it, but the fan base, fanboys, are saying, no, keep doing a good job. It's like seeing your girl gain weight over time. She gained 10. All right, you looking pretty good with that 10 pounds, baby. Gained 20. Okay. 30 pounds in 4 months. You went from a solid 150, you 180 now. How I look? I look good, baby. Mm-hmm. 8 months later, she 210.
Oh, God.
She 210, and then she still got the nerve in her insecurity, though. She's putting that dress on and she's looking at herself in the mirror like, oh, I don't like this belly. What is that? It's a roll. It's a roll under my boob. Honey, do you think I'm fat? No. I don't think you fat, baby. Really? You like me the way I am? You're great. You look even better than you did a year ago.
Oh, shit.
Lies! Why? You're not even giving your girlfriend a chance to address what she's insecure about, to remedy it. Had you been honest with her, baby, I noticed in the last 9 months you gained a little weight. And if you don't feel comfortable with it to the point where you're pointing things out about your body that you're self-conscious with, I'll be able to do a meal plan with you. We could do it together. If you want to lose some weight, we could do that together. Whatever makes you happy. But yes, you have gained some weight. And when you gain weight, you look a certain way. And if you don't like the way you look, let's change it together. No, they don't do that. Because that was a fan talking just now. That's what a fan would say. The fanboy, you're awesome, baby. You're so sexy. I love the way your rolls jiggle. Is that bacon? You know I love bacon.
Oh, God.
That she smell good, baby. You awesome. You got it. You better than you ever was. You more sexier than you were in high school.
Just adding fuel to the fire.
Inciting Disney's bullshit to stay bullshit. Kathleen Kennedy is terrible. She's toxic. She got to go. But that doesn't excuse the fanboys out there that are fanboying, gassing a lot of Star Wars up. You guys, I remember y'all. Most of you guys are starting to come to your senses and realize this is kind of trash. But there's still a lot of fanboys out there that make excuses. I'll never forget when episode 7 came out and y'all ate it up. Y'all could talk trash now in 2024. I was there talking the trash in 2014. When episode 7 came out, I said, nah, this ain't Star Wars. I don't know what they doing here, but this ain't Star Wars.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of ate that shit up too whenever it first came out. But, you know, as the years rolled on, started to come to my senses.
Now, let's talk about that real quick. Why did you eat up such a mid-trash movie? What made you? I know why, but I want you to tell me why.
It's because I love Star Wars. Mm-hmm. It was I wouldn't say one of my favorite franchises, but I knew how good it was. You feel me?
Yep.
So I was like, all right, I'm able to overlook this one thing, you know, that hasn't really gone downhill yet, but I can see it starting to get there, but I want to overlook it. So I'm going to just do that. But as the years rolled on, more and more shit came out. The stuff behind it, the people behind it, it started to become more apparent. I guess that I can't predict like what's going to happen down the line. For me, I would have to have a bunch of evidence right in front of me.
Yep.
So I could see what the fuck's going on.
At this point, because you need the evidence, because at this point you're doubting Disney, right?
Yeah.
Because what did it take? And it's my belief that you made excuses for episode 7.
Yeah, that's what they're
because you like it.
I liked it.
It's like your baby.
Yeah.
No mother wants to believe that their son's a crackhead.
Right.
Even if the homies from the hood say, "Yo, your son on rocks. I sold it to him last week." No, he's not mine, Julius. No. Even when the signs are all there, money out the cookie jar missing for the rent. See him out there, mama. You just denial, and that's almost natural. When you love something, you want to defend it.
I admit it, yeah.
But there was also an intense marketing campaign behind it, to the point where the fandom said, "You gotta love this movie, or you're not a Star Wars fan."
Oh wait, you're talking about Star Wars, the marketing for Star Wars in general, or just episode 15?
The marketing for episode 7. The marketing for episode 7 was huge. All the fans, including myself, was hyped. Right. And if you would come out and say something like after it came out, they'll come for you.
Right.
Because it's the initial hype that makes you almost tricked into saying it's good.
And I feel like, yeah, the reason why the marketing was heavy is because it's Star Wars. So. Yeah. Right. And like these things are not misunderstandable, because I understand them. It's obvious that you want to fight for something that you love. But I have the ability, and a lot of you guys do it too, to differentiate your heart from your mind. When common sense doesn't meet the heartstrings, I like to believe that, I think mostly as men, mostly men are here more than they are here. And I believe mostly women are here more than they are here with nature. I agree with that sentiment.
Yeah. And there was a fangirl in the theater when we were critiquing this thing live. Like, I can't believe what I'm watching. Will you? It's amazing. We be quiet and let us watch.
Really?
She was tripping. Yeah, she was tripping. And I understand. I understood it. I understood it. And I understand where people would make excuses for episode 7. But then we got hit with The Last Jedi.
Which episode was that?
Oh, it was the episode where Princess Leia got blown up in space and died. Came back with the Force and started flying.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
Remember when she got blown up in space, died, froze to death, then opened her eyes, thawed out unconsciously, and then flew to the ship, and then she got there and then fell asleep for like the rest of the movie.
Mary Sue.
Yeah, that she was crazy. Bombs falling in space and blowing up, crazy work. Gravity being in space, wild stuff. The way that that general with the actress she looked good, by the way, in that movie with the purple pink hair in Last Jedi was hoeing Poe, just treating him like a rag doll.
Yeah,
the woman empowerment in that movie was so.
It was so
gross.
evident. It was there,
prevalent. It's
in your face.
In your face. She was beating you over the head with it. Man bad, man bad, man bad. I got tits, you don't. Man bad.
The power of feminism compels you.
Yes. Sprinkling that shit. It was terrible. Luke Skywalker sucking the tit of that alien, the tit milk.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that he was talking about earlier. It was a bad movie. Finn running from them like slavers, you know what I'm saying? George Lucas coming out and saying that Disney, that he sold his his Star Wars franchise to white slavers. Do you know that? Crispy.
No,
Did you know that George Lucas said out of his mouth that he sold his property to white slavers?
No, I didn't know about the white slavers part.
Oh, in case you don't know, let's take a look at it.
They looked at the stories and they said, we want to make something for the fans. So I said, all I wanted to do was tell a story of what happened. It started here and it went there, and it's all about generations, and it's about, the issues of fathers and sons and grandfathers, and it's a family soap opera. I mean, ultimately, space, we call it space opera, but people don't realize it's actually a soap opera, and it's all about family problems and that. It's not about spaceships. So they decided they didn't want to use those stories. They decided they were going to go do their own thing, and so I decided, fine, but basically, I'm not going to try to. They weren't that keen to have me involved anyway. But at the same time, I said, I'm not going to. If I get in there, I'm just going to cause trouble, because they're not going to do what I want them to do. So, and I don't have the control to do that anymore. And all I would do is muck everything up. So I said, okay, I will go my way, and I'll let them go their way. And it really does come down to a simple rule of life, which is when you break up with somebody. The first rule is no phone calls. The second rule, you don't go over to their house and drive by to see what they're doing. Yes. The third one is you don't show up at their coffee shop or the things that you're going to run in. You just say, no, gone, history, I'm moving forward. Because every time you do, and we all learn this from experience, every time you do something like that, you're opening the wound again. And it just makes it harder for you. You have to put it behind you, and it's a very, very, very hard thing to do. But you have to just cut it off and say, okay, end the ball game. I got to move on. And everything in your body says, don't, you can't. And these are my kids. So
all those Star Wars films.
All the Star Wars films.
They were your kids.
Yeah, well, they are. I loved them. I created them. I'm very intimately involved in them, and obviously to
and
sell
you
them
sold
off.
them.
I sold them to the white slavers that take these things and.
Okay, but having said all that and having and you sold them.
I sold them to the white slavers that take these things and.
Okay, but having said all that and having talked to you,
he said it for what it was, to the point where this announcer got let's move on, and flustered the freak out of him.
I'm very intimately involved in them, and obviously to
and
sell
you
them
sold
off.
them.
I sold them to the white slavers that take these things and. And
Okay, but having said all that, and having talked to you for the last,
so let's move on. Talking to you for the last, change that topic.
and known you for a while, and admired you, I mean, it must hurt you.
well,
No,
no,
it's your family. It's
but
the
I-
last story.
but-
It's
but-
your
but-
story.
But in
It's
the end,
you.
But I knew there's 3 more stories, and I knew that was going to probably take, to do it right would take about 10 years. And I said, I'm 70. I don't know whether I'll be here when I'm 80. Every 10 years the odds get less, and so
We get that.
Yeah.
But here we are over 10 years later, and you're still here. Because he's getting in black coochie every night. His wife's black, by the way.
His wife's black.
Yeah, she is.
More power to him.
Yeah, she putting that BBL on him, but the natural BBL. She got that old school
That
shit.
natural, yeah, that's that good stuff.
She got the real juice.
Those are the earthquakes I be feeling.
Yeah, every Friday night around 10.
Oh,
It be them clapping. You know what she calls her finishing move?
No, what?
The thunder clapping flash. Like I said, like he said, the white slavers. This is the creator of Star Wars calling Disney white slavers. Sold his babies, his children, to white slavers. And episode 7 was exactly that. It was a story of slavery. Finn was running from the Empire like the black white slave who left the plantation and went north to the through the northern lights. That's what it is. And we as fans, most of them know this, and they didn't give a shit. When I heard George say this, I said, got it, George. George also said in this very same interview, he gave Kathleen Kennedy 3 scripts for the movies, for episode 7, 8, 9. Kathleen took them sheets and said, thank you, George. Threw them bitches in the trash. Not only did George give you the keys of his ideals for his babies, you disregarded it. You didn't want to have your ideas to come from this man who said white slavers. And this is exactly why he called y'all that. He knew what he was doing. And I will also say, George, you sold it to the wrong people. You chose to sell to Disney because you had one ace in the hole that you trusted. Her name was Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy was a producer for Lucasfilm under Indiana Jones and all the other stuff that her and George Lucas did. George Lucas considered Kathleen a friend, and it was that key that had him sell it to Disney, trusting Kathleen, and Kathleen stabbed him in the back and became Sidious, as we all know. Ladies and gentlemen, this ain't gonna work. I'm telling you that right now. Phone lines is open. Call up, pull up, and talk to me. Talk to us. We live 323-801-8059. You can come in and talk to us. That's just is what it is, man. Let me make sure these phone lines is open. Yep, their phone lines are now open. You guys can chime in and say, the moral of this video is clear. These 3 movies will be trash.
Yeah,
Change my mind,
I have no faith in him.
right?
I have no faith.
Let's go with our first caller. You are live with Jody, Joe, and Crispy. You can go ahead and talk to us. Talk to us. You live. Next caller. What's up? You live with Jody, Joe, and Crispy. Talk to us.
Hey, yo.
Next caller. You live with Jody, Joe, and Crispy. Talk to us.
What?
Next caller. You on with Jody, Joe, and Crispy. Oh, the mic. It's us. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
It's us. It's totally us. Hold on. Yo, talk to us. You live with Jody, Joe, and Crispy.
Hello?
They should be able to hear us now. Hello. Still no. Am I having... Maybe it's this one. Try again. You live with Jody, Joe, and Crispy. You can talk to us.
What is going on, my friend? How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Who am I talking to? Where you calling from,
Who
brother?
you talking to?
Well, this is Captain Solo. I'm calling from Denver. I just want to start off by saying, watched you for years, and actually, no, the first time I watched you it was you and the Code. It was a rant about The Last Jedi, and ever since then, I don't know, you guys have been, felt like I've been part of the family just watching you guys.
What an amazing rant to be a part of. I'm so proud that we did that. Freak Star Wars. And I saw you're the one that left that funny comment in the chat.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, talk to me, man. These Star Wars films going to be garbage. That's where I'm at. Crispy, is that where you are?
Yeah.
All right, so we both agree these films going to suck. We didn't see them. We're being toxic. We're being fortune tellers. These movies are going to suck. What do you think?
I think they're going to be hot garbage. I mean, I put a message down. I was saying that, you could put Christopher Nolan, the whole Dark Knight team, and make these movies, and they would, as long as the mouse is behind the scenes pulling the strings, it's just going to be hot garbage. I mean, I love George Lucas for what he gave us from 1977 to 2005, and from then, he just put his baby up on the mantle to just be massacred, and it's sad. It's really sad because, as we know, Star Wars has been, ever since I've been alive, just the biggest franchise ever of all time. I don't think I know of a franchise that brought people to the movie theater back in '77. To this day, it changed pop culture as we know it.
If you ask me,
just being completely,
if you ask me, Star Wars is the biggest franchise on the planet. Still, it sucks right now, but
easily.
Star Wars. I said it once. I've said it twice. I'll say it again. When all three of the big three are hitting, Star Wars, Marvel, and DC, at their best. When Star Wars is hitting on all cylinders, nobody can compete. Get out the way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It is easily, it's one of the most powerful, well-oiled machines in pop culture history.
Facts.
By far. From the characters to the worlds to, even go a tier higher to the actors who portrayed these people. Going from Carrie Fisher to Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, even in the prequels. I know, I'm 33, so I grew up with the prequels. I just have a soft spot for them. Give me Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Give me Ewan McGregor. Give me Hayden Christensen. Give me
Natalie Portman.
Samuel L. Jackson,
Yeah,
give me Natalie Portman, and I don't know, it's probably just the times we're living in, but George understood that you have a man and a woman, and they both have their equal amounts of failures, trials, tribulations. It wasn't so one-sided like it is today, how we're talking about, Rey's coming in and she's doing all of this shit left and right with no training at all. And then back in the 70s, 80s, whatever, you got Luke going through just pure hell to get to, the farmer, to the, probably the greatest Jedi that ever walked the earth. And then out of nowhere, he's sipping blue milk on a, he's a senile old man, and shit just doesn't make sense.
When he threw that lightsaber backwards off and he did that, I said, oh no, character assassination incoming.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I would go one further. You mentioned a lot of great points, by the way, about the characters and all that and stuff. The villains. Star Wars has two of the top 3 villains of all time in pop culture.
Oh yeah.
It's Sidious, Darth Vader, and Joker. Those are my top 3.
Yep, exactly.
Right, yeah.
And Star Wars got two of them.
Right.
Easily. No other franchise can say that, which is, that's where Star Wars is. Vader and Sidious. Even give me the side villains, even villains with very little dialogue that have like
Yeah,
10
Darth
minutes
Maul's.
of screen time,
Yeah.
like Darth Maul, like Boba Fett,
Yeah.
you know.
General
I'll
Grievous.
even throw in General Grievous. I mean, you know, it's just.
I mean, I
don't
don't
know.
even think
Something's
that.
gotta
I don't
happen.
think Count Dooku had that much screen time, but he was a presence.
He was a
He was
presence.
for show.
He's
heavy.
up there.
Yeah, he was for show.
He's up there. He's up there. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, he is him. Yeah, give me Christopher Lee all day.
So we are.
But-
Here's 3 Star Wars guys talking on the phone right now, talking about how bad this is, regardless of who. And we're saying this, regardless of who's actually going to take the mantle. But when you research just a little bit on this person, you realize not only is this going to suck, but that name Simon Kinberg. Oh my God! Are you ready to check his IMDb,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen?
Oh my God, just gave me chills.
This.
Yeah,
Let me-
I don't know.
I'm gonna read it off to you, and you could just react in real time with me, player. Simon Kinberg is going to be writing all 3 of the Star Wars movies. Here is the things that he has wrote in his career. Starting off with the most recent things and shit. Oh, let's see what he did. Let's scroll down. Oh, okay, writer, scripter. Okay, writer. What does he wrote? Mr. and Miss Smith TV series? No, he didn't do that. He did Mr. and Smith the movie in 2005,
What,
which was
Angelina
great.
Jolie, Brad Pitt, yeah,
That was great,
I
right?
think that's great too. That
Great.
was great too.
That was good from.
He did-
That was good.
X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay, red
Hot
flag.
garbage.
X-Men
hot
Dark
garbage,
Phoenix.
Easily.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Trash.
Red flag.
Fant4stic.
Yeah, that's bad,
He
too.
did Fant4stic, ladies and gentlemen.
Did he really? Oh my God! Yeah, no, that's red flag upon red flag or upon red flag.
The X-Men Days of Future Past is I think it's good. You know, some people feel he did
It was good.
Sherlock Holmes. So he did Days.
Okay.
So I'll give Days of Future Past a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes, he'll get a thumbs up. Mr. and Miss Smith, big thumbs up.
Yeah.
But then he come
Yeah.
Jumper. He did Jumper,
Yeah.
which was problem for me.
Okay.
X-Men:
Yeah,
The Last Stand.
That's
Man.
okay.
And then
Say,
Triple X State of the Union with Ice Cube. No.
And Vin Diesel.
Oh
too,
yikes!
right?
Yeah, no,
Or is that-
I don't know
he
about
didn't,
that one.
He didn't do the Vin Diesel one. He did the
Oh, okay.
sequel with Ice
Yeah,
Cube,
with Ice Cube.
which was the weak one. I liked X
Yeah.
State of the Union for, because I like black stuff and it's trash. But as a film, that movie's
Yeah.
bad. That movie's bad.
No, as a film, that's not good.
So if I'm looking
But,
at his
I mean,
filmography,
he does get a couple.
yeah, Mr. and Smith, I'm giving him Sherlock.
Yeah.
I'm giving him Days of Future Past, and that's it. He's getting those 3.
That's it. Other than that, this man is holding the L. That's
But
that's
look
for
at this,
damn
though.
sure. I don't know about that.
He has Dark Phoenix, X-Men Apocalypse, Fant4stic. Let me tell you, you're out of here, bro. You are the writer for Fant4stic, X-Men Apocalypse, and for Dark Phoenix? Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm good on you, dog. No.
I don't. Yeah, no, miss me on that.
It's about to be a problem,
miss
ladies and
me on
gentlemen.
that. Yeah, no, it definitely is. It definitely is. I don't foresee a bright future. I mean, bottom line, unless somehow Kathleen Kennedy is usurped from her high seat there, I just don't see a bright future for this beloved franchise, which crushes me because it's been the biggest part of my life forever, and I
feel you.
I don't know how. I mean, with everything from like the Solo movie to the sequel movies to these shows, despite maybe The Mandalorian up until season 3, but we don't have to talk about that. I feel like they've been losing money. No, I mean, I mean, I'm 32, but hey, sometimes, or I'm 33, sometimes I'll still walk down the toy aisle because you got to hold on to that inner child.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I'll check out the Star Wars toys, and compared to back in the day, Star Wars toys do not sell
Nope.
at all.
Nope.
If anything, they're on clearance. You'll see them like in a CVS or something. You know,
They get stocked and then they get
I don't know.
replaced quick with the next Disney product. I remember
Yeah.
there was like Star Wars sections that stayed stocked with Star Wars throughout the year. Now I'm only seeing
Yeah,
Star
throughout the
Wars
year,
pop
yeah.
up for when a movie or a TV show comes out. That wasn't the case back when
Yeah, exactly.
when Toys R Us was out, Crispy and KB Toys, and when Target was heavy,
yeah.
they had a Star Wars aisle
Yeah.
in the whole section.
Yep.
No,
And-
they did.
Yeah, that's not the case
I
anymore.
remember. Yeah, I remember back in '99 when they were promoting Episode 1. You know, Phantom Menace. I mean, that shit was wild.
Everywhere.
Like in Toys R Us, KB Toy. Like
Yep.
you're right. Everywhere. Friggin' all the fast food places.
Taco
if
Bell
you
had a
remember,
great
like,
promotion.
Taco Bell, like
Yep.
yeah. Oh yeah, they were promoting the shit out of it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But I don't know, man.
Those days
I
are behind
just
us,
don't
man.
see these 3 films
And
being a thing.
I know that you're listening to
Yeah.
this caller, you're listening to him, you're listening to me and Crispy, and some of you might feel like, dang, these motherfuckers are negative. They deserve this.
They
Like
really do.
we're not being unreasonable here. We have sat back for 10 years of mediocrity from Disney Star
Exactly.
Wars. We are
Yeah.
not giving you 11. We're not giving you 12. We're not going to give you 13 years of it.
Yeah,
We're
facts.
done. You
Yeah.
are trash
Exactly.
until you're not.
Exactly.
Until I go to the theater and see episode 11 and it's fire, it's garbage.
Yeah, it's garbage. Until I'm proven wrong.
Exactly.
Benefit of the doubt is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. No, it's gone. It's gone. They definitely. I remember watching that. I mean, I know you guys remember too. Back in, it might have been 2014 when that first teaser trailer for Force Awakens came out, and you like saw the Millennium Falcon
Go across
and then
the
you
desert.
hear, like you see Finn. Yeah. Go across the desert. You see Finn pop up. He's like a black stormtrooper. You're just like super, curious. And then
Scared.
we go to see the movie. It was mid. We see flashes of, A New Hope. And then we're just like, okay, so it's basically a rehash. But, I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? And then The Last Jedi comes out and just wrecks everybody's shit. I mean, when I say everybody, I mean like true fans, like us here, like true fans. And then
when he
it
says
kinda
true
snowballed-
fans,
it snowballed from there.
Look, he says true fans, and saying that 9 years ago would have been considered elitist. People would have been like, who you think you are? But at this point, after seeing all this, I agree with him. There are true fans, there are fanboys, and then there's just general fans. And I believe the true fans really want to see what's best for Star Wars by them putting out quality product.
And then not only they could see what's wrong with it, they could admit it and point out those flaws. I feel like.
Yes, unless you can point out the flaws,
exactly.
I don't want to hear from you. And most of the studios, and I've been to so many screeners on the lots of like Universal, Disney, Warner Brothers, and Paramount, they will pick out the ones who had the positive reaction while they watch. Because when you watch it on their lot, they have infrared cameras looking at you. They can see you in the dark. They see your face. They can actually see you smile or emote, and then they will pick you out when the show's over. Hey, want to do a survey to tell us what you thought? So you could give them the positive reviews, so they can report to their manager or the producer like this is what they thought. It's all a game. It's rigged. It's like politics. It's bullshit.
No, it's rigged. It's exactly like politics. Shout out to what we've currently been going through this past week. Yes, this is the truth of it. It is rigged, which is sad. It's too bad because back in the day when I thought Disney, I didn't think of beloved franchise like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and so on just being dismantled because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm a huge pop culture fan, a huge movie buff. These fools out here are running out of ideas. Nothing's original. So they're just pulling shit out of the grave and being like, oh, let's dust this off. Let's see if we can, see how much more money we can make off of this. And then when it pisses people off, they're just kind of, scrambling around like chickens with their heads cut off. And they're just like, okay, well, fuck, let's keep trying. And that's what they're doing again. And they'll just get the same response. That's all. If not worse. If they're gonna pull some shit like, I don't even know, like, let's bring back Mace Windu and let's just butcher him, right? Or let's, I don't know, let's bring back, I just don't see it going.
You're right. You keep going. You're cooking because you can't. The more old characters you bring, the more old characters you're ruining.
Yeah.
Look what they did to Sidious. Brought that motherfucker back for no reason.
For no reason.
Just to hoe him. For Rey to hoe him.
Just to hoe him.
God damn.
Just to hoe him. You literally break down and you dismiss Darth Vader's entire arc. His entire arc. You know, which just killed me. From the and I think you and Code had brought that up in your rant about the rise of Skywalker, was how Vader's arc, his whole redemption was just destroyed. If you're going to bring back somebody who he killed, it's like I don't know.
I still don't understand.
I just think
what is this, 2024?
I don't get it.
I still don't understand. When was Rise of the Last Jedi? Was like 2018, right?
2018,
something like that.
I think it was 2017. Yeah.
So here we are, 6-7 years removed from that movie, and I still don't understand why they made Snoke.
There's that.
Yeah,
he was a puppet, my nigga.
Yeah.
Are you telling me he was supposed to be this ultimate Sith Lord, and Solo, Ben Solo, mind tricked him and put the Jedi saber through his torso without him knowing?
Yeah.
What the freak?
Like nothing. Had us speculating for years.
Facts.
This fool could be like Plagueis. He could be Plagueis.
It's Plagueis. It's Mace Windu. Remember when Mace fell down? He got burned. It's Mace. We look like some fools for 2 years after freaking Jedi came out.
Looking like fools.
Talking about this and that. He wasn't nothing but a burnt up freaking a Guardian from Green Lantern on one of them shits with the big heads. God damn. Hey man, I'd like to say thank you for you calling in. Thank you for your commentary, and I'm proud, based on what I've heard from you, dog. I'm proud to have you as a subscriber. 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really glad I finally got through, and I'm proud to be part of the family.
Yeah.
And
All right.
I'm blessed for you guys, and I'll keep watching, and I'll try to reach out again if there's a topic that really touches me, and I wish you the best in your move, and
Thanks,
May
man.
the force be with you guys.
May the force be with you. Peace. That gives me hope right there. There's people out here who know what time it is, and obviously, if they've been watching the channel, they know what's up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's calls like that is why I do what I do. It's like that. What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's Jody. It's Crispy. You here with us? We live. What's up? Talk to me.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? Who am I talking to?
Hello? Holy shit. This is Joe. Am I actually speaking to Joey's Corner right now? Holy shit.
It's me, bro. What's up?
Yo, what's up? Yo, I've been watching you for years. I'm kind of a lurker.
Tight. Shout out to lurkers.
I've been watching you for a long time.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm great, bro. Hey, the last caller was dope. I'm hearing from y'all. Yeah. What you just said makes me feel tingly inside. I know that you're excited. I'm excited, bro. Let's talk some Star Wars, bro.
For sure. Yeah, let's do it. I'm down.
So I think that this trilogy is going to be dog shit. Don't be compelled to agree with me, but you feel free to disagree with me. Feel free to call me. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think that this trilogy is going to be dog shit because the person making it sucks and because Disney sucks.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat because, like, the last time I ever watched Star Wars was actually, what was it, Dawn of Skywalker? Whatever the last one was.
Rise of the Skywalker.
It was like
2019?
Sorry, my bad.
18, 19?
It was that bad. Yeah, 2019. At that time, I was working at the movie theater.
Tight.
So, like, I was excited for that movie, you know? Because, like, Force Awakens, I kind of like that one. Last Jedi was kind of, like, mid. It was bad, but, like, I was still kind of, like, holding out hope. Like, oh, maybe the next one might be really good. So at that time, like, I was excited because, like, when you're working at a movie theater, you can watch movies for free. So I'm like, oh, shit, I get to watch this movie for free. Watch this movie, and it was just so bad. Like, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was just so bad. Like, I actually was holding up hope after Last Jedi, but when I saw this, it just kind of, like, I don't know, it put, like, the period sentence into, like, how I felt about Star Wars. You know what I mean? So Yeah, it was really, really, really
And
bad.
it sounds to me
And
like
ever
you
since
gave
then-
it 3 chances. You didn't check out until the 3rd one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I gave it 3
make sure you
chances,
guys
like,
listening
that was
from
really
home
good.
right now understand that this Star Wars fan, he gave it a pass for episode 7. He actually said he liked it. Then for Last Jedi, he realized something was wrong, but he still held up hope
Yeah.
for the Rise of the Skywalker to further push his shit in to the point where he was like, this is garbage.
Yeah, and I was also at the time, like, because I used to like the Star Trek movies, because, what's his name, J.J. Abrams, he directed the Star Trek movies from, like, 2009 and 2012 or 13. So I was kind of a fan of those movies, and I always thought, like, oh, he's, like, perfect for Star Wars because he's really good at sci-fi. So when I saw Force Awakens, I was like, okay, this movie's not bad. It's kind of paying homage to the original movies before, but still trying to do something new. But it didn't hit the satisfaction that I was hoping it would.
Yeah.
And then when they did Last Jedi, it was a different director. It was what's his name?
Ryan
The
Johnson.
whack director. Ryan Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they gave it to him. So then when he brought J.J. Abrams back, I'm like, okay, I like Force Awakens. I like Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he could fix it. Maybe, like, he could do something great with it.
I remember
And then
that,
when they did
and,
the
and by the
trailer-
way, what the caller's
Yeah.
talking about is there was a battle for Last Jedi. Kathleen took JJ off of it and put in Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson was Kathleen's boy toy. She could manipulate and do and he would do whatever she asked. JJ and Kathleen clashed a lot. He was off of Last Jedi. Ryan came through. But then the big thing that even got a lot of doubters after they seen The Last Jedi and didn't like it, which ties into why he gave Skywalker a chance. Because they said, we're bringing JJ back for Rise of the Skywalker. Right. And the narrative among Star Wars fans and those who were hoping that the Rise of Skywalker would be good was JJ started this trilogy. Now he's going to end it and bring some respect back. That's what people thought. But back with the caller saying, he saw it and realized JJ couldn't save it either. He made it. I think I think Rise of the Skywalker is worse than Last Jedi. What do you guys think, chat?
I think so. Much worse.
Right?
Yeah, it's so much worse.
Yeah.
100%. And I used to be the type of person that would fall for every single Star Wars trailer, you know what I mean? Because they know how to get you. They get you with the music, they get you with the lightsabers, they get you with the, bringing back nostalgia, like you said, like the Millennium Falcon and Han Solo, this and that. And they brought back, what's his name? Palpatine's voice in the trailer. So it's like, okay, what is this about? This movie's about to be epic.
Yep.
And then you go watch the movie, and I don't even really remember it that well. I just remember, like, it was some corny ass, like, lazy bullshit ass, like, excuse of why he came back, and then Rey, like, soloed him. It was just bad. But anyway, that was, like, the last time I gave Star Wars a chance. Till this day, I have never watched anything Star Wars after that. Like, I didn't watch Mandalorian. I didn't watch. That's how much of a bad taste it put in my mouth.
Yeah, that
I mean?
So, writes you. Yeah. And you know what?
Yeah, so now
and here you are, a
yeah.
man who took 3 movies in order to reject Star Wars, but then once he rejected it, he stayed true to his convictions. He didn't even give The Mandalorian a chance. And even though I like The Mandalorian season 1, I think it's good. I would never knock him for not watching it because he has a reason to boycott all this shit.
Right.
So that's why we have to have the understanding. Like, it's easy to be like, well, Mandalorian was good. People do that with me, with the one that I didn't watch. There was one of the Disney Plus shows, Andor. I didn't watch Andor.
Oh, Andor.
And everybody says, Jody, that's the one you needed to watch because that's the good one. I mean, maybe not, but no.
What was the one when they bought Obi-Wan Kenobi back?
Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan?
Look what they did there.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I almost watched that. That was the only one I almost.
You dodged the bullet, friend. You dodged the bullet.
I was excited for that one because it's
that's good to
Obi-Wan
know.
and Darth
That's
Vader and shit like that. But
I knew they would. I knew they would butcher it. I'm just like, I can't fall for it anymore. They think they could keep bringing back certain people, and every time they do it, they just butcher it. You know, like they did it with Luke Skywalker, they did it with Leia, they did it with Han Solo, they did it with who else? Like Lando, Palpatine. There's just too many down the list.
Finn,
and Obi-Wan,
every
Finn.
Bro, every male character was hoed. Everyone.
Yeah, every male character.
Yeah.
And these are the characters that are beloved. Like, I just can't. I can't. Once I saw that, I saw through it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, and also like I don't want to pay for Disney Plus and stuff like that. Like,
good.
I don't want to
Good.
be.
They don't deserve your money.
Subjugated to it.
They don't deserve our money. When this was pretty trash that happened in The Last Jedi. When Ben killed his dad, my nigga.
Yeah.
You killed Han Solo, my nigga. Ugh. I said,
Yeah.
oh hell no.
That was tough.
I said, you brought him to. Oh no. I said, I'm good.
Solo.
Well,
Yeah.
that's 2 callers, by the way. By the way, what state are you calling from?
I'm from Canada.
Oh, shoot,
Canada.
Canada. So we got a motherfucker from America. We got one from Canada. We got ones from two different countries, right?
Yeah.
With the same opinion on this shit. Hey, bro, thank you for calling in. You're awesome, too.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
My name's Terry, by the way. You can call
Terry.
Good to meet you, Terry.
Shout out to
If
Terry.
I
Good
call
to
again.
meet you, bro. And thank you so much for calling in, bro.
me. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Have a nice stream.
You too. Peace. 2 for 2. Caller, you live with Jody, Joe, and Crispy. Talk to us.
Hey, yo.
Hey, what's up, Jody?
What's up, man? Who am I talking to?
My name is The Count on YouTube. I've sent like super chats before, but this is my first time calling in.
All right. What's up, The Count? Where you calling from?
What up, Count?
Right now I'm in Arizona, but I'm from California, Modesto, California.
All right, West
So
Side.
I'm
West
in Arizona
Side.
for work.
Shout out to The Count. Thank you for your super chats too, by the way. Talk to me, man. Me and Crispy, and I'm pretty sure you heard the last callers. We all are in agreement that this new trilogy is going to be dog shit. We looked at this writer's IMDb, and it doesn't look good. In fact, it looks tragic. It has really good stuff, and then extremely bad stuff. So overall, that's a bad filmography. So what are your thoughts, man? Are you hyped for these next movies? Do you think that they could turn it around? Do you think Kathleen Kennedy maybe learned her lesson and she wants to turn a new leaf? What of it? What do you think?
No, I think they're gonna be trash still, and I've been wanting to talk Star Wars with you for so long. Like I think on Discord, I kept messaging you about let's talk Star Wars, because
Oh, I remember you now.
I love the prequels.
Yes, I know who you are now.
I grew up on the prequels, and growing up, everyone would like just shit all over them, and it would confuse me.
How hard was
'cause
that?
I was like, what's going on?
How hard was that
It
to
was
be a
like-
prequel fan? For those 10 years between 2005 and 2015, just people were just dogging on the prequels.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, and it's and what
People didn't like
what pisses me off more is like all the people who are talking all that shit on them, like all the YouTubers now turned around and then like now they're pretending to love them.
You see?
I was like, dude, I remember
Yeah.
they're talking crap about what's his name, Jake Lloyd, Hayden Christensen. They all bullied
Jar
George
Jar
Lucas,
Binks
and
made.
oh yeah.
We need to ask ourselves the ultimate question: what made George Lucas sell Star Wars? It was the fans who were complaining about his prequels.
Yes.
Jar Jar
Yes.
Binks this, Jar Jar Binks that, and I think it's true. I think Jar Jar was the ultimate Sith Lord. I believe that he was gonna blow our minds. Yep, I believe that theory.
And I kept wanting to figure out if there was a way we could bring George back somehow with showing him that prequel lovers like us, to let him know like, no, we actually love those movies. Like they keep trying to make a good Star Wars movie and they can't do it.
Yeah.
And it's like they can't take the hint that you need George Lucas. And I keep sending super chats to different YouTubers about like, hey, what do you think about George coming back? What do you think about George coming back? And they all say, oh yeah, I came around with the prequels, but I don't think he wants to do it. Like, they don't even attempt to, like, acknowledge that fact of, like, oh yeah, that'd be a good idea to bring him back. It's like, I don't know. It drives me fucking crazy.
As a Star Wars fan, for you, see, I question these YouTubers you were talking about if they hear the question, what if the thought of George Lucas coming back, outside of them getting extremely excited, any other answer is bullshit. It's like it's like saying, you know, we could turn back time and make Michael Jordan play for the Bulls again. It's like saying Christopher Nolan's gonna come back and do another Dark Knight trilogy. Of course you do that. This motherfucker is he's the creator of it. So it just ties into the narrative of a lot of these people, especially since you bring up YouTube, a lot of them are just fake fans, fake nerds. They're doing it for the clicks and the money, for the subscribers, and they want to do. And I understand it. It's a game that people play in order to you know, provide for their livelihood and all that. But I don't believe in being with having a lack of integrity, lying to your subscribers just for to tell them what they want to hear. You got to tell the truth as you see it, and base that off of logical, common sense opinion, because people will respect you for it, bro. Because here we are, 10 years later, and those ones who were sucking off Last Jedi, believe me, guys, there was a lot of YouTubers sucking off The Last Jedi who have now pivoted now because the fandom turned on them, and now they're just doing what the fandom wants, and they're changing their opinion. It's like politics, bro. You have to roll with the ones who have integrity. That's what I believe.
Yeah, that's why I always loved your channel too. Like, I always recommend your channel to everybody too, because
appreciate that.
You just keep it real all the time about your opinion. You don't. I see that you don't jump on what's like popular to say and things like that. No, and
we can't. I don't think that we should do that.
I love watching.
And here we are. So what do you think? You don't think that? How do they turn it around? Do you think that? Do you believe that anything that Disney puts out is going to be bullshit at this point?
If they don't call George Lucas to even direct an episode of a TV show, I don't think anything would be good. And I'm glad you didn't watch Andor, because that show's so overrated and boring.
Really?
And garbage. Is it? Yeah, everyone hypes it up. I hear, it has better writing than The Empire Strikes Back, or just as good writing. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck world do I live in? Like, what am I living in?
Empire Strikes Back's the greatest Star Wars movie, and they have the nerve to try to say some shit like that.
That's bold.
It's crazy.
That's a bold statement.
It's crazy
as shit.
But yeah, when I seen the Snyder Cut happen, that's when I started thinking, like, is there a way we could make a George Lucas anything happen? And then, but I don't know.
At this point,
interview you showed earlier. What's up?
I don't think that George wants to deal with Disney at all. Like, I believe that George will, if he ever comes back to Star Wars, he's going to come back being the owner. He's going to buy it. He would buy it back from Disney. And I think it would be a real pimp move, because he's very concerned about his age. His money has gone up since then. I don't think that he could afford to buy it back, because I don't think that Disney will ever sell Star Wars again until their properties are churning out losers, like not making them money. They will never sell. But sadly, the fandom still supports Disney. They watch their shows, buy their toys, even though a lot less of them, and watch their movies. The Last Jedi made $1.5 billion. Rise of the Skywalker did it make $1 billion? I believe it made $1 billion as well. So as long as fans keep making these movies, $1 billion movies, they're not going to ever sell. But let's say that they do sell and the movies don't make as much money. George Lucas will buy them back, and I think that he will buy them back just to sell them to someone else.
There's that, and like you said, otherwise, like how he handed her those 3 scripts and she just tossed it, that influence, unless he gets it back.
Yeah, George Lucas will never come back to Star Wars unless it's him buying it. Yeah, and I think that he would buy it and sell it to someone like Universal, or in my opinion, Warner Brothers. You should sell it to, and then that contract deal that he would do with Warner Brothers or whoever he sells it to will have a stipulation that he has creative control.
Yeah, how come he didn't do that with Disney though?
Because he trusted Kathleen.
Okay,
I believe because he trusted Kathleen. He trusted her with his children, and she stabbed him in the back with a hot blade, bro.
Oh my god!
Did you see that interview of him and Kathleen right before he sold it? And she's all talking about like, yeah, we're taking his story treatments, yada yada yada.
Yes, I'll pull it up right now.
Stab him in his back. It's so sad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about what he said too in an interview you played earlier about like he's like 7 years old. It's gonna take him like 10 years to make him. He don't know if he'll be here. So that got me like really sad, because like
obviously I've been talking about
80 something now, and I'm like thinking like to all these quote unquote Star Wars fans, like, how do you not want to see a George Lucas Episode 7, like the real Episode 7? How does that not make you go crazy? You know, like how do you not want to see that if you're a true Star Wars fan?
They're not.
That blows my mind.
And that's my thing, that they're not. Let's take the next 3 minutes and 25 seconds. I have the video pulled up, so if you're on the phone, you can watch the YouTube. We're going to actually watch that video now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the video prior to or right around the time where he was selling Star Wars to Disney, and his partner, Kathleen, not partner, that was like his underboss, was right there with her, and she reassured him that his children will be taken care of under her tutelage. And then fill that in with what we know happened. But let's go back to this interview and see the treachery happen in real time.
Tiring for several years now. I wanted to get into sort of another stage of life where I'm not in the film business anymore and I don't have to run a corporation. And it occurred to me one day that the perfect person to take over the company was Kathy. It was just such a perfect fit. But I felt that I really wanted to put the company somewhere in a larger entity which would protect it. Disney is a huge corporation. They have all kinds of capabilities and facilities, so that there's a lot of strength that is gained by this. The great thing about Disney, again, as we were saying before, is that, you know, it's between the parks and all the things they've got going. It's great that we have a chance probably to expand that. And, you know, there's lots and lots of opportunities at Disney that we wouldn't have at any other studio.
There's huge opportunity, given the tremendous success that Disney's had with Marvel and with Pixar, and now adding Lucasfilm to that. I think we couldn't be at a better home.
When I first made Star Wars, everybody in Hollywood said, well, this is a movie Disney should have made.
Disney defines family entertainment, and in many ways, it's the best company possible to take Star Wars into the future.
And speaking of, we have other big news.
Well, I always said I wasn't going to do any more, and that's true, because I'm not going to do any more. But that doesn't mean I'm unwilling to turn it over to Kathy to do more. Mm-hmm. I have story treatments of 7, 8, and 9, and a bunch of other movies, and obviously we have hundreds of books and comics and everything you could possibly imagine. So, you know, I sort of moved that treasure trove of stories and various things to Kathy, and, you know, I have complete confidence that she's going to take them and make great movies.
We are absolutely going to make Star Wars movies, and we're in the midst of the really fun part of the process, which is we're sitting down with a couple of writers and we're starting to discuss ideas and we're starting to talk about what those stories might be. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to be entirely on my own, because it's important that he at least continue to be the little guardian angel on my shoulder, helping me do this.
They're finishing the hologram now. Don't worry.
Yeah. My Yoda has to be there.
I'm doing this so that the films will have a longer life, and so that more fans and people can enjoy them in the future. It's a very big universe I've created, and there's a lot of stories that are sitting in there.
The main thing is to protect these characters, make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them, and that the universe of Star Wars continues to grow. I get to be a fan now, which is what I was saying before, and I sort of look forward to it. It's a lot more fun, actually, than actually having to go out in the mud. Star Wars continues to grow in the way that you created them, and that the universe, that they still continue to live in the way that you created them, and that the sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them, and make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them, and that the universe of Star Wars continues to grow. I get to be a fan now, which is what I was saying before. And
I get to be a fan now. How wrong you were, George. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that we all got a chance to witness your friend hoe you in front of the cameras. Someone you trusted. This is sad to see. This is diabolical work. E-Man, welcome.
So, man, this is.
Let me add your microphone to the setup. What color are you?
Purple.
You got the purple dongle in there?
Yeah, it should be in there.
Should be. Let's see who you are. That's good.
I can hear you. So.
You can hear me?
Yo.
All right.
All I seen was the evil ass witch or whatever from Salem lying like a motherfucker, bro. Like full. Like this broad destroyed everything that Star Wars stand for, everything that Star Wars would have been, everything that George Lucas have created, and all she did was throw it down the dumpster. Woman empowered, woman this, gender this, gender that. Everything is ruined about Star Wars, and for her to continue to say, "I'm going to give it everything," it's gonna still be everything that what you have built. You a lying broad. You didn't give it nothing. We wouldn't have no goddamn Rain or whatever doing some shit, doing Palpatine's niece and shit, a granddaughter or whatever, bro. She got the fort, no training, no none of that. Are you serious? Everything about Star Wars is destroyed. This was an incredible franchise, and now it's a dumpster dive, bro. It's completely destroyed. It's ruined. You know what I'm saying? It's like basically, bro, going. No, I don't want to use that analogy. It's basically, bro, just horrible. It's completely horrible. And the thing is that this was a big, huge franchise. This was one of the biggest franchises in the world. And when she took Reign, disaster. And I feel so sorry for George Lucas. I feel so sorry for his wife. Everything that he built and had to grow, probably when he thought of as a kid in his head, just gone. And it just sucks, man.
Do you think that if George Lucas were to come back, that, you know, the franchise could be saved?
I think he got to be scrubbed. And I mean like scrubbed. And it's sorry to say that, even though this is his, what he built is gone.
Wait, what do you mean by scrubbed?
It got to be anew. He got to come with some other better idea. He got to basically start off over again.
That's not Star Wars.
Yeah, no, it's Star Wars, but I'm saying like from what we had, from what we got now, because right now all we see is Kathleen Kennedy bullcrap. He has to bring something new with Star Wars for this,
So
and give it that. That's what I'm saying.
We have a caller here, and we want to say goodbye to him so we can get somebody else on the line. What was your name again?
The Count.
The Count.
What's going on, Count?
Count. Shout out to you,
blah,
bro.
blah, blah.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Peace out, brother. 3 for 3. 3 for 3. All right, you live with Jody, Joe, E-Man, and Crispy. Talk to me.
You got to turn your YouTube down, dog.
Yo.
You got to turn your YouTube down, dog.
What's up?
What's up? Yo, I never really thought I'd been on this show.
You here, bro? Here you are.
Yeah, Kathleen.
Who are you talking? Who am I speaking with, and where are you from?
My name's Quincy. I'm from New York.
Quincy Jones, what's going on, brother?
New York. All right.
Quincy.
You might actually remember me because we were on Twitter one time. I remember we were talking. I remember it was when you had the Snyder Cult shirts. And I told you should re-release them, and you said Quincy is like, it was like an old ass stream, but never mind that.
Well, you're here now. Let's talk. Crispy, your mic is on.
Hello.
Yeah.
E-Man.
Yo.
Crispy.
Could you hear me?
You can hear me?
Okay, you're good. Go for it, brother. Talk to me.
Yeah. So I remember like how iconic Star Wars used to be, and like. It's crazy because like everything is just like changed now.
Facts.
I remember my teacher. He put on Star Wars for us at the end of class.
Tight.
And it was episode 3.
Tight.
And Star Wars lost like really its iconicness, and it's just crazy. Like Kathleen Kennedy, she need to go for real. I'm being honest.
Yes, she does. I agree with that. I think most people want her to go.
Yeah, like she's just killing Star Wars. Like I'm with you when it comes to that Andor. Like everybody told me, yo, you need to watch Andor. You need to get back on it. You need to watch Mandalorian season 3. Nah, I can't pull myself together to watch that shit. That shit's garbage.
He right about that.
Crispy, have you watched
That's
Andor?
just garbage. I mean, I know I can't speak on it because Andor, like I never really watched it, but it's just like I've lost faith. I'm with the other two callers, the other three or two callers when they said like, Rise of Skywalker really killed it for me. Honestly, if I'm being honest.
Say that one more time.
I'm sorry.
I couldn't hear you.
The Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker, it killed it for me. Like it wrecked my whole shit. Like,
But The Last Jedi
I can't
sucked
watch
too,
that one.
though. The Last Jedi was trash. Where were you for that? You didn't.
No, yeah, that too. But like, I remember watching Last Jedi in college, and like, I remember my homeboy Westy. He was, you know, we used to talk about Star Wars all the time after class.
Yeah.
And I remember like we used to like argue like Last Jedi, because for me the epicness of Last Jedi, like it was the honeymoon phase. After I got past the honeymoon phase, I was like, nah, man, you right. I remember going back to college and I was like, yo, that shit is garbage. And that's what really killed it. But I'm with the other caller when he was like J.J. Abrams, when he came back, I was starting to regain some hope because he was gonna. I feel like he started it, and bringing it back to the end, I feel like he was really gonna like.
Isn't it crazy how we look
put a
back
nice bow on it? At least.
Yes. We were
at least
gullible.
like tie it together.
Yeah, like here's two callers, including this one, who when he heard JJ was coming back, how he got excited. Even after Last Jedi, after the Force Awakens, we just naturally want to love what we already love. We want Star Wars.
We want the franchise back. We want it to come back the way it was, as it should be.
Exactly, but
it ain't happening.
Like,
and Disney owns it too. That's
When
another
I-
thing. We're screwed with that. Disney has to let it go completely for us to really have that.
Man,
back.
I remember being a kid. Like I remember my older friend up the street. We used to have Star Wars battles in the middle of the street.
That sound fire.
You don't see kids do that nowadays.
The good days.
You don't see kids do that nowadays. When I talk to little kids now, they value, you know, you'll see kids value Marvel. You'll see kids not even really talk about DC like that. Not even,
Call of Duty.
I'm with DC. DC Rises is on the way.
Yeah,
Let's believe
that's
that,
right.
but-
Yes, sir.
We need that franchise to keep growing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know, kids nowadays they don't care about. I see a ton of kids value anime over Star Wars now.
Facts. Anime
When
fire.
I was a kid, when I was a kid, you know, anime. You know, you used to get clowned if you was in anime. Now it's the complete opposite around. and
Right?
it's just
Anime
crazy.
is cool now. God dang, where were y'all 15 years ago when I was in high school?
For real, you used to get clown for watching anime?
Don't play.
Yeah,
man. Stop
all the
Playing
time.
card games is when you got clown.
It's all the same.
Playing all that
No, no, no,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
no, no.
shit.
Yeah, it's
Playing
all the same.
Don't do that.
Niggas had
That's all
Goku
the same.
stickers and
Yeah.
shit on their backpacks, bro.
You had a Goku sticker on your backpack.
Yep,
Man.
and I ain't never been clown. I wasn't being on that weird shit.
Yeah, you ain't never been clown because you went around me, my nigga. I would have been the first nigga to call you a fake gangbanger, my nigga. You like that nerd shit like we do.
I would have been on your
Exactly,
shit,
bro.
But like, what the fuck, man? You long hair bitch. I thought you was from the man. You was a fucking scrub, my nigga.
Hey, I had my Yu-Gi-Oh cards out. I don't give a freak about what niggas like you do.
I had my Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I had them all out, my
Just be a
nigga.
real
Battling on the lunch table.
Man,
and
I told
everything.
your ass, get your page master ass up out of here, man. You a weak ass
For
fool.
that Bakugan and the Yu-Gi-Oh, niggas.
Oh,
used to get
yeah.
clowned for that shit.
Beyblade.
Freak you.
Beyblade, yes. Even though I was a kid playing with the Beyblade, nigga, I used to fight my homies over Beyblade.
I seen
Fuck
that
yeah.
shit one time in my life. I was going to our PA area, and a dude was playing Beyblade, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Beyblade.
Beyblade.
B.
Beyblade. Whatever the fuck.
You like one of
Beyblade.
them old parents. What you want? Like, you know, Matt, he plays
Beyblade.
with the Pokemon cards, saying Pokemon.
Man,
wrong. Get
yeah,
that
we know
shit
what you were
right.
saying.
Pokemon,
We know
shut
what
up.
you were saying.
But anyway, I watched the cartoon.
We
That
know
was
what you
it.
were
But anyway,
saying.
I never played that trash. I would never play that trash shit.
Brain power.
But nigga, please.
What you talking about?
Strategy.
When I
Strategy.
seen that's nerd shit, bro. That's just
Strategy.
weak. That's weak.
Don't even know how to play Monopoly.
That's weak. That's weak. What you mean, bro? Fuck you.
No. I was just saying. Hey, somebody who don't know how to play